What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report for Tuesday, April 28, 2015, delivering some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just search for the iHeartRadio page online or the iHeartRadio apps and search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Baltimore is burning was uttered on various cable news networks Monday and Tuesday as protests in Baltimore over the mysterious death of 25-year-old African-American Freddie Gray turned into violent riots that set many buildings and businesses on fire in the Maryland city. Governor Larry Hogan has signed a state of emergency and called in their National Guard. A curfew has also been set from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday into Wednesday. The mayor of Baltimore, Stephanie Rawlings Blake, said to the press Monday night, "This is one of our darkest days as a city, and I know we're much better than this." A consistent topic of debate on cable news Monday was whether the mayor made a mistake in not deploying more police earlier, particularly over the weekend when the situation started to fester in the streets. CNN's Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo were both live in Baltimore Monday. Fox News had Doug McKeelway, Leland Vired, Rick Leventhal, and Peter Dulce on the ground. Social media has been active on the issue, with hashtag Baltimore Riots continuing to trend on both Twitter and Facebook, and fierce debate ensuing between African Americans who speak out against continued police violence against minorities and people who argued the rioters have gone too far. Freddie Gray was taken into police custody on April 12. Over the next 45 minutes, he suffered a fatal spinal cord injury while in police custody. The cause of his death is still unknown. On Tuesday, the Baltimore Sun showed a rioter in front of police. The coverage of the riots continues across the networks Tuesday. It remains to be seen if rioters will obey Tuesday night's curfew that has been put in place. As protests turned violent Monday in Baltimore, several cast members and the creator of HBO's The Wire are speaking out about the unrest. The cold drama was set in and shot around the Maryland city, where the riots broke out following the funeral of Freddie Gray. Actors Andre Royo and Wendell Pierce both tweeted about the crisis, while David Simon, the former Baltimore Sun police reporter who created the gritty police drama, penned a lengthy article on his personal blog. Simon wrote on his blog, "The anger and the selfishness and the brutality of those claiming the right to violence in Freddie Gray's name needs to cease." Royo tweeted, "To my beloved city, Baltimore, I feel your pain. Stand up, rise up without breaking down. Discipline, not destruction." Royo played drug addict and police informant Bubbles. Pierce, who portrayed Detective William Bunk Moreland, criticized the protesters. He tweeted, "Baltimore, these are not protesters. These are criminals disrespectful of the wishes of the family and people of goodwill. I'm watching the Fruit of Islam, men of the Nation of Islam, attempting to stop the violence and working with the police to restore calm." Meanwhile, Baltimore native Felicia Pearson, who played drug dealer Felicia Snoop Pearson on the series, wrote on her Instagram page, "Please pray for my city, please." Hours after thousands said goodbye to Gray on Monday, rioters torched a pharmacy, set police cars on fire, and threw bricks. At least 15 officers were hurt and 2,000 people were arrested. The governor has since declared a state of emergency and called in the National Guard to restore order. The Tony Award nominations were unveiled on Tuesday morning, with An American Paris and Fun Home leading the way with 12 nods apiece. Something Rotten was nominated in 10 categories. The King and I had 9, and Wolf Hall Parts 1 and 2 pulled in 8. Also announced around 8:30 a.m. this morning, Kristen Chenoweth and Alan Cumming will MC the event. The former is also nominated for Best Leading Actress in a Musical for On the 20th Century. Bradley Cooper was nominated for Best Actor in a Theater Drama for The Elephant Man, while Helen Mirren and Mad Men's Elizabeth Moss were nominated for Best Leading Actress in a Play, Helen Mirren for The Audience and Elizabeth Moss for The Heidi Chronicles. Other Hollywood notables included Ruth Wilson, Bill Nighy, and Carey Mulligan, among other crossover screen and stage stars. Bruce Jenner is threatening to take legal actions over photos of him in a dress that were shot by the New York Daily Times last week and also aired on CNN. According to the New York Post, Jenner complained that the photos violated his privacy because they were taken by a telephoto lens over a mile away. Jenner's spokesperson told the Post both Daily News and CNN pulled the photos, sold them by X17 once they found out they were illegally obtained. The agency no longer is selling those photos since they were confirmed they were shot illegally. California law finds photographers liable of invasion of privacy if they capture images of people in, quote, personal or family activities using telephoto lenses. Photos of Jenner were shot with him wearing a striped dress outside his Malibu home. Jenner's attorney, Marty Singer, said the photos were clearly unlawful, taken from a very long distance using an enhanced device. Bruce Jenner is going to enforce his right to privacy. Jenner's primetime interview with Diane Sawyer reached 17.1 million people. A 15 years rating is high for ABC's 2020. Jenner and Sawyer have been mostly lauded in the media for the interview. Sawyer has been praised for being a master listener and letting Bruce tell his story without being overly aggressive. Although there's been a minority of naysayers, a majority of the social media support Jenner during and after the special, praising his courage and frankness in opening up about his transgender transitioning. In an exclusive interview with Matt Lauer on Monday on the Today Show, Kim Kardashian praised her stepfather Bruce Jenner's gendering transitioning, saying she's happy he's found inner peace. Kardashian told Lauer, "I'm really happy for him that he's living his life the way he wants to live it, and that he found inner peace and just pure happiness. That's what life is about." She acknowledged that Jenner's gender transitioning is not something you or I could really fully understand, but I don't even think we have to. She also admits Bruce's transition has been a hard adjustment, and the family has sought therapy. They've also consulted GLAAD members for advice on whether he or her is the appropriate pronoun now, as well as guidance on other issues. Bruce has been very good at explaining the process to family, she says. Lauer asked her if Bruce is ready for the never-ending attention he's going to get for a long time over his transitioning. She said, "I think he's prepared for it," saying he lived for 65 years with this truth and he's ready to talk about it publicly. Kardashian says the family has hundreds of meetings on the subject and called Kris Jenner supportive. She said, "Say what you want about us, but we work out everything as a family. We have the best communication, and we are so in sync with each other. I've loved so many siblings and such a supportive mom." Bruce Jenner's exclusive with Diane Sawyer on Friday attracted 17.1 million total viewers, a 15 years high for ABC's 2020. David Muir's ABC World News Tonight continues its rating streak over NBC Nightly News, beating the program in total viewers for the fourth week in a row. For the week of April 20th, ABC's World News Tonight attracted 8,219,000 viewers versus NBC's 8,097,000 viewers, a 122,000 viewer gap. World News Tonight also won in the advertising coveted 25 to 54, 2,053,000 viewers versus NBC's 1,873,000 viewers, a 180 viewer difference. ABC reached a trifecta, winning in the 1849 demo, 1,406,000 viewers versus NBC's 1,302,000 viewers, a 104,000 viewer difference. The victory comes amid reports that NBC News' chairman Andy Leck is seeking any way possible to bring suspended NBC News anchor Brian Williams back. Williams has been sidelined since the beginning of February after NBC suspended him for the 6 months for exaggerating that his helicopter was shut down by RPG fire in Iraq in 2003. Lester Hull has been filling in for Williams since early Friday, but lost the network's 5 years total viewers winning streak 4 weeks ago. Over the weekend, new revelations came out that NBC's internal review of Williams' previous reporting has shown up to 10 instances of exaggeration in his reporting, ranging from the Arab Spring to the 2006 Israel-Hezbollah conflict to his account of receiving fragments of the helicopter used in the mission that killed Osama bin Laden. YouTube said Tuesday that it's launching partnerships with some of its top creators, including Benny and Rafi Fine, sibling behind the React videos and others. The partnership with the Fine brothers includes plans for a scripted comedy series, which will take a, quote, satirical look at the world of singing competition shows. Will be produced by Mandeville Films. Also in the works, a new project from Prank vs. Prank duo Gina and Jesse Whelans. The series will feature the pair being joined by celebrity guests in a quest to pull off their most ambitious pranks yet. Joy Graceful, whose daily vlogs, scripted series, and short films have earned him more than 5 million YouTube subscribers, has likewise landed a new project, a murder mystery reality series that will find Graceful leading an all-star cast of YouTubers. The comedy duo Smush, a.k.a. Ian Hecox and actor Anthony Padilla, has also been tapped for a new series. In the upcoming offering, the pair will work at a themed restaurant where out-of-control kids and crazy parents are in a day's work. In addition to the series, YouTube is also launching a new collaboration with AwesomenessTV. The agreement will fund the two entities release multiple feature-length films over the next 2 years, which will be driven by YouTube stars and developed and produced by Brian Robbins from AwesomenessTV. After their global premieres on YouTube, the films will be available elsewhere. The first film is expected to be released in the fall. AwesomenessTV CEO and founder Robbins said of the collaboration, "We work with amazing creators to make great short-form content on YouTube every day. We think the platform is really ready for long form, so now we will make movies that will star YouTubers and premiere on YouTube. We'll turn YouTube stars into movie stars." The upcoming Full House reboot, Fuller House, is already generating its fair of drama. John Stamos is calling out the Olsen Twins for claiming they didn't know about the sequel series before it was announced, or at least he's calling out reports of them claiming they didn't know. It's not entirely clear, but one thing's certain: Uncle Jesse's angry, so angry that he's resorting to salty language. "I called BS," Stamos tweeted Sunday with a link to a story quoting Mary-Kate and Ashley as saying they were in the dark about the project. As reported last week, the Olsen Twins, who played Michelle Tanner on the ABC sitcom, claimed that they were ignorant of the project ignored of the project until Stamos announced it on Jimmy Kimmel Live last Monday, slightly before Netflix made it official in an announcement. Mary-Kate Olsen said during the interview late Tuesday, "We just found out about it. I guess we're going to talk to the creators and see what's happening. I'm shocked I haven't heard from John Stamos." Ashley Olsen added, "I'm going to call former co-star Bob Saget and get his perspective." The new series, which has received a 13-episode order, will bring back series stars Candace Cameron Bure, Jodie Sweetin, and Andrea Barber. Stamos will produce as well as guest star. Discussions with Saget, the Olsen Twins, Dave Coulier, and Lori Loughlin are currently ongoing streaming. The odds were not in this Dancing with the Stars contestants' favor on Monday night, as 14-year-old Hunger Games actress Willow Shields was the latest to get the axe. Season 20's youngest contestant and dance pro Mark Balls were ninja warriors for a futuristic jazz routine that failed to connect with the judges, possibly because their faces were covered throughout. After delivering the crushing blow of rejection, host Tom Bergeron immediately transformed into a father figure to hug it out with Shields, who has been consistently getting higher scores than competitors such as Bachelor stars Chris Solis and Shark Tank personality Robert Herjavec. Although injured Derek Hughes couldn't dance this week, he was presented to give advice to partner Natisha Lukin with the help of choreography as Sasha Farber stood in for him. Meanwhile, the judges were the least of Rumor Willis's concerns as she danced to impress her dad, Bruce Willis, who was in a special edition to the ABC show when he joined his oldest daughter and partner Val Chemerinsky for rehearsal. Willis said, "I love seeing her happy like that. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing great." The Die Hard star has attended the live show 3 times so far during season 20, but ex-wife Demi Moore has been there every week. Judge Bruno Tonellini said of Rumor and Val's Fostrock, "As wholesome as apple pie. Can I have a slice, please?" In the giant wigs, fur, and dodgy mustache, Nora Galloway and Sharna Burgess also wowed the judges with their 1970s style jazz, prompting Juliana Hubb to say it was the most fun she's had at the judges' table. Mariah Carey is singing a new tune about ex-husband Nick Cannon, and it's not a pretty picture. The pop diva just dropped a breakup anthem, Infinity, about a man who is broken alone on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube. While no names are mentioned, it's a pretty good guess she's singing about a strange husband, Cannon. As the song goes, "Why you mad talking about you're mad? Could it be that you just lost the best you've ever had?" Then she questions his fame. "Boy, you're acting so corny like Fritos. Wouldn't have none of that without me, though." She also rips his finances. "Why you trying to play like you're so grown? Everything you own, boy, you still owe." Cannon and Carey tied the knot in 2008. He filed divorce papers in December 2014 after 6 years of marriage. The new track will be included on Carey's greatest hits album, Mariah #1 to Infinity. The disc arrives in stores May 18th, according to Carey's official website. Viola Davis is setting her sights on the Underground Railroad and has joined forces with HBO Films to develop and star in a biopic about Harriet Tubman, the famous abolitionist the rap has learned. Writer Kirk Ellis, producer Doug Ellen, and Steven Spielberg's Amblin TV are all on board for the project, which follows Davis's Tubman, whose greatest acts leading slaves to freedom via the Underground Railroad and later fighting with the Union during the Civil War, made her an American hero. The untitled film is based on Kate Clifford Larson's book Bound for the Promised Land. Harriet Tubman, Portrait of an American Hero. Davis currently plays Annalise Keaton on ABC's drama How to Get Away with Murder, set to return for a second season on ABC in the fall. She'll next be seen as Amanda Waller in Warner Bros. DC Comics adaptation Suicide Squad. Grey's Anatomy's fans are still reeling over the shocking death of beloved character Derek McDreamy Shepherd, and Ellen Pompeo is among those still coming to terms with the loss. Pompeo wrote Monday on Twitter, I have always said what keeps me going is the fans, knowing we move you and inspire you. The actress who played Patrick Dempsey's love interest since 2005 spoke out about the devastating tractor-trailer accident that killed the fan favorite on last Thursday's episode of the ABC drama. She tweeted, "There are so many people out there who have suffered tremendous loss and tragedies, husbands and wives of soldiers, victims of senseless violence, and people who have lost children. People who get up each day and do what it feels is like the impossible. So it is for these people, and in the spirit of resilience, I'm honored and excited to tell the story of how Meredith goes on in the face of what feels like the impossible. I hope you will all join me on her journey," she said. There have been mounting speculations that Dempsey would be exiting Grey's Anatomy after season 11, but few expected him to leave the Shondaland medical drama in such a sudden fashion. Following a recent absence from the show, with McDreamy having been shipped off to Washington, D.C., his character dominated every scene on April 23rd, right up to the shocking twist where he was killed off. The death sparked both mourning and anger among diehard fans, with some viewers vowing they would stop watching the drama now that Dempsey has left. Jayne Meadows, actress and the widow of comedian Steve Allen, died Sunday in her Encino, California home, the New York Times reported. She was 95. Meadows, whose sister Audrey played Alex Cramden on The Honeymooners, broke into Broadway in the early 40s and appeared in productions including Spring Again, Another Love Story, and Many Happy Returns. Meadows' first film, 1946 Undercurrent, starred Katharine Hepburn, Robert Taylor, and Robert Mitchum. Other films followed included the Lionel Barrymore movie Dark Delusion, Lady in the Lake, and Song of the Thin Man. Later, Meadows would become a television game show fixture, appearing on programs such as I've Got a Secret, What's My Line, and Password. Meadows was married twice, first to screenwriter Milton Crims from 1949 to 1952. Her marriage to Steve Allen lasted from 1954 until his death in 2000. Meadows was a frequent collaborator with Allen, appearing on a number of shows that he hosted, including the Allen-created Tonight Show. The pair also appeared in the 1960 film College Confidential, and Meadows performed and wrote for Allen's PBS series Meeting of Minds. Blake Lively's fashion statements are de rouge on red carpets, but she made one at the box office with The Age of Adaline over the weekend. The Gossip Girl star played a woman caught in time at the age of 29 in the romantic fantasy movie. It stars fast and even knocked Fury 7 out of the top spot on Friday before finishing with $13 million behind the blockbuster and Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 for the weekend. Understated and smart is how fashion critics might characterize the opening, and that would work for executives at Lionsgate and Lakeshore Entertainment, who partnered on the $30 million Age of Adaline. Lee Toland Krager directed it, and Michelle Huisman from TV's Game of Thrones produced it. Ellen Burstyn and Harrison Ford also co-star in the movie. It could ultimately take a north of $40 million at the box office domestically if it becomes a solid alternative for grown-ups as summer superheroes and sequels roll out. The A- cinema score awarded by audiences mean positive word of mouth and should travel quickly. Social media was how Lionsgate spoke to fashion-conscious women, a target audience for The Age of Adaline, and the crowd was 78% female. Danielle De Palma, Executive Vice President of Digital Marketing at Lionsgate, said, "We were very aware of Blake's high fashion profile when we crafted the campaign, and there was so much beautiful imagery for the film." De Palma also added, "We worked with 9 top fashion and beauty stars from YouTube and Maker Studios and created a custom fashion journey through the decades initiative. Each influencer created a unique makeup, clothing, or hairstyling tutorial video inspired by one of the decade's themes, Adaline portraits. Her team was able to reach 145 million Facebook users by leveraging the most active female skewing of accounts owned by Lionsgate or its partners, including The Hunger Games, Gossip Girl, Divergent, The Duff, and Warm Bodies. Lively, who has launched her own lifestyle website, Preserve, last summer, and Huisman traveled to San Francisco to visit the offices of Pinterest, Twitter, and Pop Sugar. The team partnered with Glit City to organize advanced screenings with fashion and lifestyle influencers and used Periscope to get the word out. They garnered more than 1 million YouTube viewers and another 1 million engagements thanks to the 30 Instagram influencers. Lana Del Rey, pop star, posted on Instagram, if you want to see a beautiful movie, watch The Age of Adaline, where she debuted her Life is Beautiful music video across her social accounts, including Facebook with 11.5 million viewers, Twitter 5.4 million, Instagram 3.6 million, YouTube 1.3 million, and Google+. Lionsgate targeted mature moviegoers through ARP, so that it's likely the audience will be older and more balanced in terms of gender in the coming weeks. The Osbournes won't be coming back after all. VH1's planned reboot of the former MTV reality series featuring Ozzy, Sharon, Jack, and Kelly Osbourne is not moving forward, The Hollywood Reporter has learned. Susan Levinson, Executive VP of Original Programming and Production at VH1, told The Hollywood Reporter, "We are no longer taking the Osbournes about a series. That's not going to happen. We wish we could have worked it out, but it just didn't come together for us. The family has been absolutely lovely, and we wish them the best. We'd love to figure out a way to work with them at some point in the future." The decision to scrap the planned revival of the Osbournes, which ran for 4 seasons on MTV, comes after Sharon Osbourne has been public about bringing the series back with a 6 to 8 episode run. VH1's plan to revive the series came 10 years after the show signed off at its sibling network, where its freshman run was MTV's most viewed series at that point. The family also was at the center of a Fox variety show, The Osbournes Reloaded, which was canceled after one low-rated episode. And finally, Rob Dyrdek is engaged to his girlfriend, Bryiana Noelle Flores, thanks to Disneyland's Aladdin. The ridiculousness host pulled off the most elaborate magical proposal ever on Saturday. He tweeted, "I always tried to be the best boyfriend I can be. Bryiana Noelle really wanted to go see the Aladdin show at Disney, and I, of course, made it happen. There was a bit of a twist halfway through the show and that she never expected. I told her that I had to use the restroom and slipped out. When the parade of animals rolled through the audience as usual in the Aladdin show, it was her boyfriend atop the elephant and not Prince Ali." The skateboarding pro who chronicled their engagement on Instagram gushed, "I am truly humbled by our love. It is truly a divine creation. At Bryiana Noelle, you are the love of my life and my true destiny. The day I met you, I knew I would spend the rest of my life with you. What our relationship has actually become is a million times better than I knew was ever possible. My dreams and your dreams are our dreams. I love you more than words could ever describe and can't wait for you to be my wife." After Flores obviously said yes, the happy couple jetted off to the Caribbean. Dyrdek captioned a photo of his fiancee's hand showing off her insanely massive new diamond ring. No better way to celebrate than enjoying the beautiful crystal blue waters of the Caribbean. Congratulations to them. And that is your entertainment report for Tuesday, April 28th, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment. Please follow us on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeartRadio or iHeart.com, or go to any of the iHeartRadio apps and search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to our page. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.